Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are still awake, you know what time it is. It's 10 o'clock. It's Friday. It's the takeaway. We're doing something slightly different today. We've got a Spurs fan. We've got a Liverpool fan. And we've got an Arsenal fan who oh, look, right on cue. Right on cue. The Arsenal fans in. Yeah, I hope that's non-alcoholic, Mr. Herbert. Just welcoming you guys to the stream. Today we discuss our transfer window. Maybe wondering if it's changed the way we feel about our team. And obviously I am expecting some low-level banter from my high class panel tonight. So guys, this is the takeaway. Let's get the show on the road. As always, my right-hand man, TalkMU. How you doing this Friday evening, big man?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good. The weather's cooling down, which is so nice because you can sleep at night without waking up every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm happy.
Matty, welcome back, member. How you doing?
All good here, thanks. How's you, Mr. B?
I'm good as always. I keep telling you, man, Friday's the best day of the week, man. Saturday tomorrow. So, you know what I'll be doing when today finishes. Mr. Herbert, how are you?
Not too bad, Mr. B, and you?
I'm good. Any nerves for tomorrow?
Sunday, no nerves at all. No, you play all your players, play all your youth sign-ins, but we will destroy you. You know.
I'm so glad you're here. I was gonna go to Stony, but I will go to. I think I might move that there. Keep the noise to the North London neighbours closer together. Don P, Friday evening. How are you, big man?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
That's what I like to hear. And Stony, our resident Scouser from Cop Talk TV. How are you doing this Friday evening?
I'm fine, thank you very much, sir. I just wanted to thank you for obviously welcoming me onto your show. And talk, I don't eat in the nighttime. I think it was due to the freaky result that Man United had over Liverpool. That's what it was really to do. But talk, I'm going to leave and give you the pass on that. I'll let you have your shine and enjoy the heat when it comes back, brother.
I'm prepared. I've got some like factor 9 million. It's all there. It's ready to go, bro.
So, guys, transfer window started. Actually, talk. Guys in the chat, you know, obviously, I know why you're here. Can we just get your piece de la resistance up for our viewers to have a look at, please, and then we'll get back to it halfway through the show.
Okay, so you know it rolls on the takeaway, folks. We do like to play some little games. We are quite fond to spot the ball, and I've been trying really hard recently to make sure that nobody wins it and I come out victor because I've not won one yet. But tonight I have gone all out, full on, to make this as difficult as possible, and it's in homage to our special guest Anthony, who's not been on the show before, and we are playing Arsenal at the weekend, so this one is going to be a little bit different. There you have it, folks. All you got to do, you know what to do? Tell me which square you think the majority of the ball is in. That's all you got to do. So just get your numbers in the chat, and then we will reveal it near the end of the show who has got the right number. Mr. B is going to be waiting for Gavin Ward, I think. Yeah, you know what, Mr. B? Yeah, because you was all over Box, and then you've done the dirty on Box. You just stood him up and just said, "Nah, get out of it, man. You ain't doing it no more." And now you're all over Gavin Ward. But Gavin, I ain't seen Gavin in the chat, so Mr. B, you might want to hold your guess for the moment.
I am a bit worried, but it's all right. It'll come. I've got time. He'll do the thing. Umondi Juma, we see you in the chat, man. Solo, we see ya. Paddy, we see ya. Right, guys. I'm actually going to start with Stoney. Liverpool's transfer window. Obviously, it wasn't as busy as he would have hoped. what you feeling about the window and your the number of signings? I was quite surprised. I thought you had signed more players than you did, but give us the rundown and we'll give you your stick for it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So if we're looking from when the transfer window would have opened up until it actually closed, I think in terms of finance, I think we were quite productive. And if we look at the amount of players that we brought in with the departures also, I think it was probably about just under £9 million loss. So I think in terms of finance, I think it was actually quite productive. Who moved on? So Mane would have moved on. Nico Williams would have moved on. Minamino would have moved on. We still had Marco Grujic. I mean, he's been there for years. Ben Davies moved on. And that income altogether was like, what, 72, just over 73 mil that we had for that. So that wasn't too bad in terms of all of those departures. In terms of players actually coming in, we would have had Calvin Ramsey, but he's really for the future. I mean, he's 18, right back from Aberdeen. He's not an understudy to Trent, but I think he's more somebody for the future. So main signings I think we brought in was Carvalho from that I was very, very, very happy that we purchased. I like him a lot. And we brought in Nunes, and then we obviously reached it.
Beats up the shit.
Stony frozen.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
You guys can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, we brought in a centre forward, 2 midfielders, and a right back. I didn't expect us to do any more business than that, to tell you the honest truth. I think it's obvious from everybody that supports Liverpool, people that don't support Liverpool, that we need more midfielders. It's not going to happen now. I trust in Klopp. I trust in our owners that whatever midfield targets, and that's plural, not singular, whatever midfield targets that we're looking at, that will get them at the end of the season.
Don P.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Obviously, we can see by the cockerel on your chest that you don't know a correct team to support, but you're on here to back your boys. So, are you happy with Conte's transfer window?
Well, what a story. What I will say is that I think it's been a journey. So first of all, I would like to say thank you very much.
Make it a short journey, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But thank you very much for having me on your show, Mr.
Cool,
B. But yeah, the short journey was, I'm not sure if we've actually addressed all the areas we needed to address going into the transfer window. We needed a midfielder, a central midfielder, and getting Basuma from Brighton, excellent signing, and for the fee that we got him at, really appreciate that move. Also getting Perisic from Inter Milan as a left wing back. We really needed 2 wing backs, so to get a left wing back in from Perisic, and he is
you needed 2. So
yeah.
Levy doesn't normally spend money, but you needed 2 and you got 1.
Yeah, we needed 1 for the left and 1 for the right.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the left was really good. Reguilón was always going to be either go out on loan or be sold, because this is the year that we needed to pay the other outstanding money from to Madrid for Reguilón. And I think Cesc just wasn't ready to be a starter. The other big signing that we got was obviously Richarlison. Richarlison from Everton. I think we slightly overpaid, but ultimately I'm really pleased that we got him in, because when I think back to having forwards like Loriente on the bench, or Vinicius Junior, or Vinicius that who just recently signed to Fulham, these people aren't going to put any pressure on Son or Kane or even Kulu. And we needed somebody where, when we look to the bench, the drop off wouldn't be too much. And some of our supporters are actually looking for Richarlison to start ahead of Son at the moment, because Son hasn't been scoring. So that kind of goes to show. Unfortunately, I think we missed the trick with it when it came to our goalkeeper. We brought in Fraser from Southampton, when ideally I think that Nick Pope is by far the best English goalkeeper out there. I personally think personally, I've always felt that he's extremely commanding when it comes to crosses, excellent shot stopper. People say that his drawback is that he's not good with his feet, but I've seen Lloris with his feet, and I know that he's going to be better than Lloris, and your keeper for that matter. So no, yeah. So it's been a mixed one, but Spence is somebody that I think has huge potential, but unfortunately, if you listen to Conte's press conference today, he actually basically said he's only really signed he spent money on 2 players that are ready to come into the first team, and that was Basuma and Richarlison. Obviously, Perisic came on the free, but Spence, people like Gil, Papasar, he views them not just as players for the future. Do you know what he actually said with a straight face in the press conference today?
Money.
No, I don't. He said that the reason why they're not going on loan, yeah, not because he wants to play them, not because he wants to play them in the team. He said that he needs them for training. So basically, he's got Spence in and he's got Gill in to basically for when he's training.
Positions.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So mixed, very mixed. Started off good. We started off the gates very, very quickly, and then it kind of slowed down. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Anthony, our resident Guna member, is that's what I'll call you. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad, Mr. B.
Good. Before we go any further, guys, there's 18 in the chat. Don't be silent. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different names on here. Say hi, we don't bite. I'm sorry, Mr. Herbert. Again, are you happy with your transfer window?
Well, to be honest with you, it was all right at the start. I mean, obviously getting Jesus in and Shevchenko. Vieira, I never really heard of him, to be honest with you. He's got an injury, so he hasn't played. So I don't know whether he's going to feature on Sunday, maybe. I'm not too sure. And we got rid of most of all our deadwood from last season as well that we were trying to get rid of. So we got rid of them in this window. The only downfall was the very last day of the transfer window. I think Arsenal held up too much for the Douglas Luiz from Villa. You know, they had put 3 bids in for him. 3 times it got turned down, and Villa told Arsenal he wasn't for sale. So obviously they should have went back to their plan B and tried and got someone like Tillemans, who they were really, really after, because we put £25 million pound bid in for Douglas Luiz. That was the last bid. Knowing that he was on a free next season, we thought we would most probably get him, snap him up for cheap, but at least Villa would have got something in return. But no, obviously it wasn't to be. So, it was a very poor last day of the window. But that's the only thing that I was pretty much worried about. I think we should have got a DM, obviously, when I say about Tillemans. I think, to be honest with you, I think we should have got another striker in as well.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Eddie Nketiah, he's good, but he's not the answer to Arsenal's
Scoring
problems.
goals.
Yeah, scoring goals. He's not. I mean, he was scoring goals of late, like coming towards the end of last season. But a couple of those goals were he was actually gifted those goals, to be honest with you. So yeah, I really would have liked a striker and a DM, another 2 players from yesterday's transfer window, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
So does that mean that you're not happy with your transfer window dealings?
I think if I had to say out of 100%, I'm most probably happy about 70%. The other 13.
Okay. Matty, you happy with our business?
Yeah. If you'd have asked me at the start of the transfer window what players and what areas we needed to fill, I wouldn't say we filled all of them, but we filled the vast majority. We've needed the CDM. We've got a multiple-time Champions League winner now. One of the top 4 in the world in Casemiro. We've needed a left-footed centre-back. We've got a world-class one in Lisandro Martinez. We've needed a good left back. We've got one in Malacia. We've needed a decent right winger. We've got one in Anthony. I can't complain about our window. Our window wasn't as smooth as it should have been, and there was a few little bumps and hiccups along the way. But overall, I'm not going to complain. It was a better window than what I thought it was going to be, and we've definitely upgraded it in crucial areas of the pitch that we've needed to.
Okay, talk.
Yes, bro. Yeah, for our window, I think it's a decent window for where we are right now as a club. The transition that we're making. I'm not going to say it's set the world alight. We're talking about Anthony using big money. It is a risk. You know what I mean? So is Casemiro is a risk. We all know what play you bring into your team. It's always a risk. Is it going to work, etc. So I think for where we are as a club, like I say right now, it's a decent window. But you know, going into next summer, we are going to have to spend heavily again, in my opinion. So you know, this is just the start of it. It's just laying a baseline here. And I was talking the other day about OMONDI, about we starting and we worked from the back. We've got a decent back line now, what seems decent at this point anyway. And now he's put them 4 players in together. So, you know, we've got to work from there, going through the midfield, especially the midfield, as we know, Mr. B had serious problems there. The forward line is, you know, until we see Anthony coming in and seeing what he can do. Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously staying. What kind of part he's going to play in terms of getting starts, I'm not too sure. If Rashford can keep him out, I don't know. But yeah, so it's so for me as we are right now.
I'm happy. Maguire doesn't start. None of that team from last season. None of that back four. Bar De Gea, he wasn't even that bad last year, is starting. Gavin, welcome. Please stay on, mate. I've been waiting for you to come on. Whatever number you choose, I'm choosing this week. So I haven't given him my answer yet. In a few minutes, Talk will get the picture up. As soon as Gavin votes, I know exactly where I'm voting. Just
is that
question.
Gavin, Mr. B?
Gavin, no.
Oh.
This is my genius Gavin, who for the last 3 weeks has stumped Talk until
Gavin.
Yeah, I love him, man. He's fantastic.
Yes. Spot the ball, Gavin. You're right there, Andy. He has stumped me every time, Mr. B. But let me just say this, Gavin, tonight, bro. You've got your work cut out. Let me tell you that. Wait until you see it.
Don't worry, Gavin's got you covered, man. Just one question here from Exhibit, guys. Obviously, I know there's a couple of non-Man United fans in here. Guys, what are your opinions about on the downgrade of Maguire and Shaw after the Euros?
Okay, I think it's quite interesting. I know during the Euros, Mr. B, I know there was a show that yourself on Monday and Solo had, and there was a discussion about Shaw being one of the best left backs in Europe. The decline has been severe. It's been swift. I recall having a conversation even coming on, and the amazing and how elite Shaw was. And look now, you guys would even allow him to pick up anything at Man United. He wouldn't even be into Luke Shaw.
I don't know what you said, but I know you were cussing Luke Shaw.
Did you say custard then, Mr. B?
yeah. For his big fat belly. Yeah. You guys, Anthony, same question to you. Do you think, is there anything on the downgrade of Shaw and Maguire? I mean, obviously you don't care. You would rather they were still playing. I know us and Man United fans, after the first 2 games, we're delighted that we're nowhere near that first 2.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, you can understand why they wasn't picked. And to be honest with you, you got to go back to that game when you beat Liverpool to drop Harry Maguire and Ronaldo. It was the right decision, you know, in that game. And you played absolutely fantastic. Your defense was much better. I saw the game. I even actually comment on your watch along as well. He said it was a You know, it was a bit of a chance dropping them, but you can understand why he's dropped them. I personally think they're going to find it hard getting in the team now. I mean, because of obviously Maguire and Ronaldo at the minute, they haven't featured in the team, have they? In other words, they haven't been starting.
Mm.
So, you know, I think Ten Hag, I think he sees something different with this team. Obviously, the players, new players you've got through and all this, is going to take them a little time to obviously gel a little bit, you know, sort of thing. But I think you be on winning ways. I mean, personally, I think you'll finish fifth this season, Mr. B. I got to be honest with you.
Has that changed? Has that changed from the signings that we've made, or do you think that because you're a bad mind gooner that you were never going to make us finish in the top 4 anyway?
No, you're not going to finish in. I'm not saying like, you know, obviously you're not going to finish in the top 4, but I think fifth is you know, let's just stay at fifth because to be honest with you, because it finished Man City, Liverpool, and either third or fourth is obviously he's going to be out of Tottenham and Arsenal, I think personally. But I mean, fifth is an improvement from last season, you know. But I just thought that the players you've got in, don't get me wrong, you have got good players, but they have got it takes time for them to gel. Because I think you bought quite a few players this season, haven't you? I think it's about 5, maybe is it 5 players, 6 players, something like that.
6 players, yeah.
We bought enough. So
we bought enough to keep us happy.
You got enough to keep you happy, and you've got enough there for depth. You know, I think the bonuses with Man United is if you've got any midfielders and any attacking players that is injured, you know that other players can come in the team, and also he can rotate the formation in the system round, and also the style of your play as well. So I think you're good up front. Defense, you've got a little bit better, but I still feel that you need that improvement at the back there. Mainly in DM as well. So I know how much you like Fred and McTominay, but you know,
you've listened to the Watchalongs, haven't you?
Don P.
Yes.
I actually forgot the question that I asked, so I'm glad you remembered.
You was asking about Maguire and Shaw, but overall, I think that you guys have done extremely well when you look at the window as a whole. Even though you started really, really slowly with nobody wanting to come to you guys, and obviously with the summer saga that was going on with that midfielder in Barcelona that you wanted, the Dutch one. But and it felt like, I don't know, you know, when you're in a relationship and it's like man's telling you no, but like you're just not listening. But in a funny way, what I thought was a little bit odd is obviously Frankie de Jong. He's a completely different midfielder to Casemiro, so that was a little bit odd. Whereas he's more of a ball playing midfielder, and I thought that Ten Hag was going to come to Man United and stamp his philosophy on your team, and very much, you know what I mean, the Dutch footballing philosophy. Whereas now you've gone for a completely different midfielder. Unless you want Eriksen to play that De Jong role, that might work. But I think for you guys, I think you guys should be extremely pleased that you've managed to get Maguire out the side. Because I think Varane has always been a quality player. You just need somebody like half decent alongside him. Anthony, I've never seen him play, but all the reports is that he's meant to be a very tidy player. I think they asked Lucas Moura who the best Brazilian winger was, and that's who he name dropped. He called his name about 2-3 months ago. He said Anthony's the best midfielder. So that's the first time that I came across him. But yeah, all the reports are really good. Although everybody says that you overpaid, but ultimately it's not your money at the end of the day. So you've got the players in, and that's the most important thing. So yeah, if I was a United fan, I'd be extremely happy.
Matty, the decline of the Chocolate Brothers.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing to see. For far too long, we all heard about Roberto Carlos after like 2 games. I'm sitting there going, what are you actually watching? He's had an average game at best. I think we we shouldn't have got him. We should have let him go to Chelsea instead. I'd rather Shaw going to Chelsea. Maguire, he came in. His first season, he wasn't too bad. But then his form fell off a cliff. And now you look at how Eric wants the team to play. He doesn't fit into it. So I don't see him having a future at the club. I just don't see where he's going to fit into how Eric wants the team to play. And you look at the form of Martinez and Varane at the back. It's progressing really well as a partnership, as a duo. No, I think if we can move Maguire 30, 40 mil, whatever, recoup some money, just sure, whoever wants him.
You said 13, 14 mil, right?
Whatever. 50p in a can of Red Bull will do, mate. just get him out. Just get him out. Sure, whoever wants short, you can have him for free. I'll even drop him down to you. I'll even bring him down to the stadium. He's got to go. He's just not good enough. He's never been consistent enough. It's never been good enough.
Sorry, Mr. Okay.
Yeah, your talk.
Go on, Dan.
No, I was going to just say, just one point though about your transfer window. Obviously, I gave you a very positive overview from a United perspective, but I think there's one big downside with your transfer window, and the fact is that you didn't manage to let Ronaldo go and replace him with a forward, because I think having him, if he was starting, it's cool. That's what you was. I mean, that's what you're gonna do. But it's obvious that the style of football that you guys want to play, with you guys pressuring the opposition defense, obviously Ronaldo can't do that anymore with his legs. He's gonna be. I think you might be a problem in that dressing room after a while. You know, I think he's gonna be a problem. That's the only downside.
He had the opportunity to leave. It didn't work out for money reasons, I believe. If he wasn't a free, I think he probably would have gone. Him staying is not even an issue. We need the bodies in. If he can leave in January, he can leave in January. If that's the case, give it until January. But it's more of his attitude. If he's the leader, inspire, don't condemn. I don't want to see this. You know, I want to see a pat on the back, unlucky. I know it's maybe not his nature, but he has to understand he can see on the pitch, although the last 20 minutes that he came on and played, he was good, but he can't do that for a night. He can't do that for 70 minutes. He can't do that for 90 minutes. So if he accepts the role in the team, no problem with Ronaldo playing. But again, you're going.
No, I was going to say that, but he's like chocolate. If he was chocolate, he would eat himself. So like, he loves this. This guy is so vain. It's unbelievable. There's no way with his own ego, it won't allow him to be this kind of team good. At the moment, you guys won 3 games in a row. So I suppose he's kind of chilled. The minute you guys stop winning and there's a little bit of cracks, he's going to be thinking to himself, you know what? I am Ronaldo and I need to be starting. And then when he is on the pitch, he is going to be looking at people sideways if they're not passing him the ball, like what they were doing last year. Because the way how he looks at it, he is so goal driven. So it's like his ambition is both a blessing and a curse.
It is at his age now. It is his age now. But as we've got 27 in the chat talk, that's a few more than earlier. Can we have your Gavin?
Yes, Gavin, where are you, bro? Okay, folks, here we go. I've showed it you earlier on. I'm going to show you it again now. This is the spot the ball. You know how it rolls. Just tell me which square you think the majority of the ball is in. So you got to do. So there, Gavin, go and try and find that on Google, bro. You ain't finding it. You ain't finding it on Twitter, on Google. So everybody have a good gander at that. Do a screen grab if you need to, just so you've got it, so you can go and cross-reference if you think you found the correct image on Google.
Bloody hell, what made you put in 12 squares, Talk?
Never mind, Anthony. It's the way it rolls, bro. just put your answer in. Just put your answer in, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end. Because I am still yet to win, but I've got a good feeling about it.
I've got a good feeling.
I just want to say, with what Don P was saying there, I just want to ask a question to everybody. It's this. I've got a feeling that Ronaldo has come to the conclusion in his own mind that he is not, as we were talking about legs, he's not capable, and he knows it, of playing this type of football. And I think that is partly the reason why all this kerfuffle happened in the transfer window. I don't think he's confident in himself of being able to use what he's got left in his legs in that system we're trying to play. Now, as it stands right now, we are playing counter-attack, really. And I asked the question after the first 2 games, is Ten Hag going to now have to revert to counter? I know a lot of people were saying no, but it's quite clear that that's what we've had to do. You know, mid-block counter, whatever you want to call it. But for me, I just think Ronaldo is, the last 20 minutes, you know, maybe the last 20 minutes or round about that mark, he may be able to do it. But we've seen it was evident in the game where he was played in twice and he couldn't get there. And then last game we watched it, Mr. B in the watch-along, he'd run the ball across and then he tried to get the cross in. As he crossed it, he fell over. Because his legs, it's like, you know, it's like we all know as we get to a certain age and you're running, you feel that heavy leg to burn. Your muscles don't stretch as much as they should, you know, etc. And I think that's what a part of what's going on here with Cristiano Ronaldo. He feels it himself and he knows what his limitations are. So, you know, that's just a question if everybody else agrees or not.
Yeah, I agree with that one. So, I mean, I can remember when the game, it was the Brentford game you played, and he come on in the second half. I think it was like the last 30 minutes of the game, or 35 minutes of the game. And it was literally, as he got on the pitch, at least 20 minutes after he came on, the sweat was pouring for him, and you could tell he was just absolutely knackered. He wasn't in the game at all.
What the hell is this you're talking about here, Anthony? Come on now. If he didn't sweat, he wouldn't be making the effort that we want to see.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know what you're saying, Mr. B.
For the Ronaldo that we know, I mean, to come on, like the last 30 minutes of the game and 20 minutes out of that, like the first 20 minutes, he was literally sweating. He was huffing and panting. It wasn't like obviously the old Ronaldo as we know. But
when he starts tomorrow and scores, and he has Ben Shite and Ramsey panting, then I want you to apologise.
Well, I could believe in Ben. I could believe in Ben Shite. Yeah, I'll give you that. But anybody else, no.
I don't think he starts, Mr. B. If I'm honest with you, I don't think Ronaldo starts. I just
don't
think
No,
not against Ronaldo. No, against Arsenal. I just think because obviously we know they're dangerous. Martinelli, Saka, you know that midfield works well with Odegaard. He's been playing out of his skin.
But I'm saying, sorry to interrupt you there, talk. But Anthony, aren't you? Isn't Ramsdale out for like 3 or 4 weeks?
Is he?
Ramsdale, yeah, he's injured. He's like, yeah. So we got
that 18 or 19-year-old playing in goal.
No. We signed the that American goalkeeper. We signed
the basketball player.
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he
Matt
young?
Turner.
Matt Turner. 27.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Matt Turner. Yeah, Matt Turner.
Turner.
Yeah, he's 20,
New
27.
England Revolution, ain't he?
But from what?
What did you say? New England Revolution? Did you say? No?
He's from New England Revolution. That was the name of the team that he worked for.
Yeah. But we actually seen him in the friendly when he was televised, and to be honest with you, I didn't really think he was that great. But I mean,
he's playing on, and he's going to be playing for you on Sunday.
On Sunday, yes.
Oh no!
We got no party. Party's out injured.
And El Mani.
And El Lenny. So our DM is going to be Shaka and Lukonga. That's going to be our 2 DMs.
Is that what you're coming to Old Trafford with?
Oh, you're playing at Old Trafford? I thought it was the Emirates.
No, it's Old Trafford. It's Old Trafford.
Okay.
Guys, you know what? United. If anyhow. Oh my God,
Matty.
Yeah.
Has obviously the news from Anthony that they're losing, they've lost one half decent player from their squad, and they seem to be moaning. Do you think it's going to make a difference when they come?
Ramsdale and Partey.
Oh yeah, sorry, Ramsdale and Partey. Do you think it's going to make a difference to the beating that we would have been giving them anyway?
No, Arsenal can come with the full strength team and we're still winning. Let's face it, we've got better players and we've actually got a good coach in now. Yeah.
Do you reckon? What was I going to say? So, Anthony, with those midfielders going out, you guys purchased that Brazilian, didn't you? Was it Marquinhos, the 19-year-old?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll feature?
No.
To be honest with you, I think he might be on the bench. If not, I think with what Arteta's done, I think it reminds me of like what Arsene Wenger did. He cost us 3 million, and I think he'll play a few games in that and go out on loan, and he sell him like to make money on him. So we might sell him further on down the line for about 12 million, say. So we'll only make a few million on that. I don't think he ain't the future for Arsenal, to be honest with you. So, but I can see why he's done it. You know, obviously to get a few million quid more into the club. But you know, it's a shame really, because I think when you buy young, I mean, obviously he's got to be good for obviously the team that you support to sign him. So I feel I would like him to feature in the game. Obviously, just be on the bench and bring him in. I know it's bringing him into a big game though, like you know when you play against Man United. But to be honest with you, I feel like you know if he comes on the last 20 minutes or so, you know, and just give him a few minutes, get some game time under his belt. Obviously, it might improve him. So
yeah.
Flex Felix in the comments said that Odegaard is also a doubt.
Is a doubt. Yeah.
Did you get more news on that,
well.
Anthony?
yeah, he got a knock in the last game. Picked up I think is an ankle injury of some sort. So obviously, I think he will still play. You know, he's I think he might manage to shake it off and that. Yeah, take a few. Take something for the pain, and then obviously, you know, you scored a winning goal in the game, innit? Obviously, you know.
You know, one of you guys mentioned about Ronaldo featuring. I can't see Ronaldo featuring at all tomorrow. I think you guys I think Man United are going to say you guys have got Real Sociedad, haven't you, in the Europa League?
Yeah.
I reckon he's going to play in that game, and then you guys have got a team called FC Sheriff or something like that afterwards. That's where Ronaldo's going to feature.
Real Madrid 2 seasons ago.
That's very good for you.
Yeah.
That's where Ronaldo's going to play against FC Sheriff.
Yeah.
That's where
you know what? You know what?
They went for last season,
Sheriff, bro.
They went far last season, Sheriff, in the Europa League. They went quite far in that as well. So I mean,
I thought it was in Ronaldo's contract. He's not allowed to play Europa League.
Have you seen his contract? I'm asking, have you seen his contract?
No, I haven't seen his contract. But
this show isn't about speculation and hearsay.
Do you know something just before you continue, Mr. B? I know when Don P was speaking about the signings that Spurs have made this season, and you know done a really good in-depth breakdown. How do you see that centre back you bought? Is it Clement Lenglet?
Lenglet
on loan from Barca.
Yeah, so
how do you see him featuring? Because is he 27? How do you see him featuring for you in defence?
So before he went to Barca, he had a really, really, really excellent reputation. He was also getting games for France in centre back. He was ahead of people like Condé and all those people. He's basically a ball playing. He's a left-sided centre back. He's a ball playing left-sided centre back. His distribution is excellent. It's top notch. His passing ability, and he's just very relaxed and comfortable on the ball. However, in his first season when he went to Barca, he had a very strong season, and supporters liked him. But in the season that just went, he didn't have a good season. You know, the season just before, I think Xavi joined. So basically, you know how Barca defend already, where they leave their 2 centre backs really exposed. And he's not the quickest. Right. And to be fair, when it comes to, he's one of those defenders. He's more like a ball playing defender and a passing defender. So basically, he got exposed a lot. So, but in a 3, in the formation that Conte plays, I think he'll be all right, because he's more likely to be obviously protected by Dyer and Romero. So I want him to start tomorrow against Fulham instead of Davis.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got when, especially if we're playing against the more beatable teams, the more teams that you're expected to beat, where we're going to have more of the ball and possession, I would like him to start. If we're playing against one of the top boys, then yeah, do you know what I mean? Conte can start Davis. That's the way I would. That's the way I would go.
And were you happy with Harry Winks going out on loan to Sampdoria?
Oh yeah, over the moon. Like, do you know how many times I was refreshing that internet to see if the move had gone through?
You know what, Don P, right? If Bath Time's in the chat, Bath Time's not going to be happy with that because Bath Time really, really, really rates Harry Winks. He really rates
At doing what?
Exactly.
I'll let him explain. I'll let
Now
we've
got somebody in the Paxton group, Paxton Road group, that also for some reason has got a shining light for Winks. But I think even him, he's had to quieten down in the last couple of months.
I've been told Bath Time in his fantasy football, he's got Winks and McTominay in his midfield.
That's some midfield right there. That's some midfield right there. Let me tell you. I just want to ask Don P how excited are you about Richarlison once he actually gets a lot of minutes and gets going.
To be fair, so like he's kind of divided opinion amongst the Spurs fan base, Richarlison, because you got some people that felt, yep, he's a really, really good, strong signing that helps kind of strengthens the squad, especially going up forward, especially if Son or Kane gets an injury or Cooley gets an injury. Much better option than bringing on Lucas Moura, because Lucas Moura just tends to run down blind alleys, even though he's quite techie with the ball. But there's the other side as well that just look at him as just that, yeah, he's no way worth 60 million. And he's also somebody that if you look at his stats, a lot of the goals that he scored for Everton were penalties. So he's not really going to score you the goals. But what I will say for him, in the few games that he's come on, he's made a difference. Probably he's played 4 games and he's made a difference in 3 of them. Big difference. In the Chelsea game, we wouldn't have got that point without him, because the way how he's what you call he's just a nasty, filthy player, a Conte type player. Do you know what I mean? That there's somebody just going to be around, especially if the game is kind of drifting and like how it was against Chelsea where we weren't getting the ball and we just wanted somebody just to take control and just to give them a bit of put himself about. And the good thing that he does, I think, when he comes on the pitch, he gives Kane more space because he makes more forward runs and he occupies so many defenders because of his strength as well. He provides Kane with more space. So I hope he gets more of a run out. And he will do anyway. Conte said that he's going to rotate starting from the Fulham game because now we've obviously got Champions League. So yeah, we're going to need to.
Oh, now you've got Champions League, just sneaking that in at the end. Now you're just sneaking that in at the end of the conversation. So,
hold on. Don P, what's that? Hold on, you're getting a nosebleed, Don P. I think you're getting a nosebleed.
No, that's Anthony. You're speaking to Anthony there. he's the one with the Mr. 5 game.
So, guys, start with you, Matty. The transfer window open, close. Has it changed your mind on where you think we'll finish? And just give me a 1 to 5. I don't want to hear 1 to 6. I want to hear 1 to 5.
Yeah, I think we'll finish 5th. Looking at how the business has been done, not just by Man United but by your teams. Chelsea, rather underwhelming. I think they're going to miss out. Tottenham have done good business. I wouldn't say great business, but they've done good business. I think Liverpool, midfield is short. I know they brought Melo in. I know I'm not a big fan of his. Arsenal, I think Arsenal just lack squad depth. We can definitely get 5th.
5th.
Yeah.
So is there any order above us? But 5th is where you're saying, yeah?
Yeah. Which isn't bad when you consider it. This is Eric's first season and we're laying the foundations of a rebuild. It's not a bad start.
Mr. Herbert, from where the season started, I'm sure you've been shocked with the 5 wins in a row start of the season, but since the window's closed, has your opinion changed on where you think you're going to finish? And where do you think you're going to
Yeah,
finish?
yeah. I to be honest with you, at the start of the season, I predicted fifth for Arsenal. Obviously, before we played our first lot of games of this season. Now I've actually watched them, and obviously we've won 5 games in a row now. Obviously it'd be 6 on Sunday, but I feel that is going to be, I mean, compared to last season, I mean, we lost our first 3 games of the season. We were bottom of the league, and this time last season we was something like, I think we were like in 16th because we only won 2 games, which was obviously Norwich and Burnley, which was straight after the Brentford, Chelsea, and the Man City game. So we was only on 6 points this time last season. So now we've improved from that now, and obviously the way we've been playing, the way I think Arteta's got the he's got the team how he wants them to play and think and that sort of thing. But he's got to finish top 4 for me. To be honest with you, the money that he's got, if he doesn't finish top 4 or at least win a trophy, I think some of the Arsenal fans are going to be crying that they might want him out because.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, because me, Mr. B. I'm at the minute. I'm not an Arteta fan. He wasn't my ideal manager to come in to manage. I thought to be honest with you, when he first came in, I thought the job was going to be too big for him because managing someone like Arsenal is a big job, or like Manchester United or any one of our teams. Look, it is a big job to do. But I think the board has stuck with him, giving him some money. He's got in the players. Eddie has got the players in that they wanted to, and by giving him that chance and that amount of time, he's actually well, I will give him his due. He hasn't done too bad, but I just want to say he's got to finish top 4 for us. There's got to be a top 4 because we want Champions League football for next season because we've been out of it now for a while, and I think the last time Arsenal won a Premier League, I think you're talking now, almost 18 years now. So
you're saying Chelsea to drop out of that top 4 and you to replace them? You take that for a season?
Yeah, I think it'd finish Man City and Liverpool. That'd be the top 2. I think 3rd and 4th is going to be out of Tottenham and Arsenal, and 5th Man United and Chelsea 6th.
Don P.
Yeah, I'm after a couple of weeks into the transfer window, I was feeling really kind of cocky, really kind of confident. I was thinking to myself, yeah, we're going to put a real challenge in terms of closing the gap, because that's what I was looking to do, like closing the gap to the top 2 teams. But yeah, after the window, I can't really see us doing much more than around that fourth, third space, as what Anthony was basically saying, and that's not a gimme as well. I think that you lot will do if Anthony hits fire, touches fire, and like you don't know, he might just light up the Premier League. I don't know though about Casemiro. I don't know if he's got legs enough to get around the pitch. And I'm thinking who's going to do his running for him, and then it's not going to be Eriksen. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how you're gonna, unless you put in Fred alongside him, like what they do for Brazil, and then you have Eriksen. Because I'm trying to think, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see you guys against Arsenal, but it's a shame that you're going to be playing there. No, it's not a shame actually, because I want you to beat Arsenal, so it don't really matter. But when you play another team, though.
Sorry, did I say Tottenham 3rd? I meant 8th. I do apologise.
I'm sure you always want us to win when we play United, not.
I always go for a draw. When Tottenham plays Man United, I'll go for a draw. To be honest with you now, I mean, you follow football, is Arsenal against Man United. We like to give each other a bit of stick and banter and that sort of thing. But I mean, I think Mr. B will ask me towards the end of the stream what my final score predictions would be, which I'll give towards the end of the show.
Right.
And
yeah, but what I will say though is that I'm a little bit I can see what Conte's trying to do, and I can see that defensively without the ball, that we have got we've got the shape, and you can see that because
Yeah.
Conte is the type of man that he very much plays to orders. Like he gives them instructions. He gives them clear instructions what they meant to follow. And if you don't follow his instructions, he's not going to play you.
Don't play.
So I can see that, but we're just lacking cohesion at the moment. Kane's usually when we're in the transition, our transition's usually our strength. Like we're probably one of the best. We're probably one of the best transition teams in the Premier League. Well, yeah, and definitely in the Premier League. But what's happening at the moment is that Kane he's not hitting those balls that he usually hits. Like usually on the transition, he's usually finding Song or Kulu or our left wing back or our right wing back. But it's just not happening at the moment. Obviously, Son's not playing to his right standard. Kulu's the only one out of the three that's really on it. But then Kane's scoring goals, so you can give him that. Even though he might not be playing that well, he's still bagging. So, but I'm confident though that once Basuma gets used to the team and what Conte wants, and Perisic plays more regularly, and I just hope that Spence to come through. But yeah, I'm confident that we will pick up. So yeah, I would say definitely top 4.
TalkMU, come on, talk to me, man. Put us in the top 4.
Yeah, I'd like to, Mr. B. I really would like to put us in the top 4, but I think as well around the fifth, 6th, and you know there is a back door for us, which is the Europa League. You know, we there's a chance that we could actually, you know, go through that because it's a cup competition. We know how they
I could
work.
see you guys winning that.
Yeah, you know, I think we've got a good chance there in getting through that back door. And I think now as well, I know you're pointing at yourself, aren't you, to say what about Arsenal? No, I ain't paying Arsenal no mind, bro. And I'll tell you why with Arsenal. It's like last season I said they won't get top 4 because of the discipline issues. That proved to be correct. You know, we I think I spoke to you about that, haven't I? And you know, what I see now with Arsenal and Arteta is, as it stands right now, you've come out of the blocks, everything's rosy in the garden at Arsenal. But what happens on Sunday when we beat you is how quick can Arteta get them back up on their feet and go right. Forget that. You've got to focus. Go again. Get it back straight away. If he can't do that, he can't keep them focused. You know, keep them hungry. And there's any doubts start creeping in. I can see that's where the weaknesses might start to show for Arsenal.
Yeah, and then we start deteriorating down the table. Do you know what? So I thought that as well. It only takes Arsenal to lose their next game. You know, whenever that next game is obviously whenever. But to be honest with you, I feel that once they lose their first game, Arsenal, they will go on a bit of a slippery slope, and then it'd take a while for them to get back up.
It's funny you say that because a good friend of mine called Pipes, he always says that Arsenal are the best team to be playing with no pressure. Like, but that's all they do. They can only play with no pressure. The minute you give them pressure, they fall to bits. But then that's because you're a young team, though, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, but it's like what I said. I mean, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for Saka and Smith Rowe, I mean, they were two of them. They were both our top goal scorers last season. I mean, because we had nothing up front. You know, obviously, Lacazette he wasn't doing anything. Aubameyang pulled out with Arteta, and you know he's now. And then obviously D left. You know, refused to play for us, and then it just left us with technically Eddie Nketiah up front. Which wasn't much of we didn't have a striker there basically scoring goals or anything like that. So, but this season has changed now with Jesus. I feel that he can. I think, to be honest with you, I think he can average. I reckon at least 18 goals this season in the Premier League. I really do. I mean, he's already got 3 goals in 5 games. You know, which
he's
is
been a good signing for you. I can't be a hater like that. He's actually, I knew that he would be good for you, but you could see that the way he's one of these people, obviously he looks like he thrives on being the main person as well. And he's a class player, but initially people, I'm sure 90% of us were saying like, I can't see why Pep let him go. But you can see why Pep let him go. It wasn't even forgetting about Holland. It's Alvarez, isn't it? He knew that's what he was getting in Alvarez, and it's like, did you hear what Pep said? he said how Cruyff's #1 trainer or whatever told him a year and a half ago about this guy Alvarez, and said how you got to sign this guy because in the box he is absolutely lethal with both feet.
Yeah.
And then you see him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
think
no,
he scored. I think he scored. He played for River Plate, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
And
correct.
Man City signed him, and then obviously sent him back there on loan in January. And to be honest with you, I think he got about 20, 25 goals that season in the Argentinian league. So he really is a good player. I mean, obviously coming to the English Premier League, obviously because to me, like everybody else, it's the fastest league in the world, the English Premier League. So I mean, he's going to be a bit.
What the guy said to Cruyff, the Cruyff's trainer, he actually said though the reason why he think that Alvarez will be able to make the transition to the Premier League is because he's had to play with pressure at a really young age, playing for River Plate.
Yeah.
River Plate is by far the biggest club in Argentina, so it's like you're expected to perform, and he was delivering at that young age. So yeah, he didn't think he was much of a risk.
Guys, I can't believe the time already. Talk.
Yes,
we need to get this up. There's 21 people in the chat. I think I've seen 2 votes. Obviously, this is Talk's version of Spot the Ball, which he refuses to get beaten on. Gavin, I'm waiting for your number to come in before I make my vote. Everybody else in the chat, please scan this, have a look. We're wrapping up in a few minutes, so let us know. Vincent Bullock has gone with 4 already. Stone guys on the panel, excluding you, Talk, because I have a sneaky feeling you might know what the answer is here.
All right. So, do we say?
Yeah. Go on, Stoney.
All right. I'm going for #1.
You know what? That's what I was going to go for. It's going to be the one that's the least obvious.
#1.
It's going to be the one that's the least obvious. I thought it was going to be #1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because you've gone for #1, I'll have to go for something different.
No, you can go for #1 because if it's #1 and you get it wrong, you're not going to be very happy.
I can give the rationale for it. I'll wait for you guys there.
I'll go for 3 then.
So we've got Don P with 3. You've gone the same as Exhibit there. Felix Flex has got 11. Chopper United. We got. I'm really digging that. I'm really digging that Avi, man. I'm really digging that Avi. Oh shit, Gavin.
He's winding you guys up.
He's gone 4.
Gavin's winding you guys up.
Well, my vote. Right, I'm 5.
Okay.
We've got somebody here. Cap or die. What you got on here, big man? New to the channel,
6.
I'm going to assume because I haven't seen that name. 6. So we've got 6.
Okay, there's your answer, Mr. B. Gavin will give you his number. Are you going to roll
5.
that?
Right, yeah, I'm rolling with number 5. I'm
going to say 6.
You've written down our numbers, yeah, Talk?
No.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Talk more worried about Gavin.
You know what number you said already. So right, if there's give it another couple of minutes to see if there's anybody else in the chat who's going to give us these numbers, but it's strange. You see, look, I'm going with 5. Do you lot want to change your numbers in the panel?
Nope, I'm staying with my number. I'm staying with my number.
I really think it was 1, really, to be fair, but because Stoney's gone with 1, I've gone with 3, but
Mr. Talk's going to say he's number 10.
Is there anybody in the chat who wants to change their mind?
You've got 30 seconds. What we do? 30 seconds talk.
Just look at you've got what you got to do is just look at the picture and look at the position.
I know, but you know what? Talk. Don't give them any clues, man. Just let them listen. Don't give them any clues. Let them stick by their guns.
He's throwing them a bone. This is what he does. No, look to the left. Look to the left. Or look to the right.
That's so funny.
Rory Samuels in the building. Big up, bro. Welcome to the stream. You say number 6. Okay. All right. So this is your last opportunity, folks, to get your answer. And if you need to change your answer, change it now.
Okay, I'm changing mine.
Okay.
Oh, Tom T straight in on the opportunity. Go on, then.
Changing it to 8 because nobody said 8.
Okay.
Oh, that's I suppose that's a random choice, but maybe there's a reason why nobody didn't choose 8.
No, I go number 6 because I was at the game.
Exhibit's gone number 8 as well.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. And
Here we
Ray
go,
is going
miss.
number 1. Oh. Okay.
Okay, right, talk.
All
I
right.
think it's time to put us out of our misery, mate.
Yes, it is. Okay, so what you're saying here is this is Arsenal against Aston Villa. The game that just played. And what's happened here is the ball has been played from, as we look at it, from the left-hand side. It's a cross over to, I think, is that Anthony? Is that Martinelli over there? That number 4? Who is that?
Yeah, that's Martinelli over the first. Yeah.
So so the ball's come across and it's going towards Martinelli, and the ball is actually in number.
Number what? Yeah.
1 second. I'm keeping you in suspense.
Number 8.
It's forgotten.
Well, my headphones went off right at the right moment. I'm back in the room. Okay, here we go.
It's number
And
8.
I'm gutted. There's one person who's got it. I'm wounded. I am wounded. There's one person who's got it right, from what I can see. And I'm going to question this person in a minute as to how they know where this ball is. I want a detailed breakdown of how you got to that answer. But the number is, it's actually in square 11.
11?
11?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fibs.
Yes.
Wow.
How can it be
I
11?
would never ever thought that was out. I would never ever
Talk.
thought that was 11.
Talk.
Go on.
Do you know I'll question it? You're going to know the answers. I'm
Flex.
thinking of look where the ref's position in number 2, right? Look where the ref's looking. Look at all of the players that are in 2 and 9. All of them are looking downwards towards the pitch. If it was in number 11, that means it would have been a throw on, and that means the players would have been looking the other way. That's why I don't think it was number 11.
Bro, trust me, I don't cheat, Stoney, bro. It's been kicked and it's going through the air. The ball is high up in the air.
It's a shame. It's a shame you haven't got another still that you can put with the ball in it.
Yeah, which is what we know we're going to ask you for.
So it's in the air on number 11, Talk, yeah?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Wow.
I'll do it for you. 1 second.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's amazing, though, isn't it? That.
I agree saying it's number 9. I knew
it was going to be one that it was completely.
Nah,
Yeah,
I thought it was number 1.
that.
Hands down, I thought it was number 1. Mainly because you see Martinelli in square number 7. He looks like he's running towards his right, but he's looking over his left. So that's why I thought it was in number 1. I thought the ball was coming from that position.
Yeah, so even Chopper's saying we need to see the picture with the ball laughing at that.
Yeah. Do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I'm convinced was happened?
What did you think it was, Chopper?
Talk didn't want anybody from Cop Talk coming onto the show and winning. That's why I believe it's a fix. That's why I believe it is number 1, but he's now editing it.
Man. No, I'm not. I swear to you. I would not do that to you, Stoney. Here we go. Let me share.
Still waiting. Right, let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Right. I want a real ball, you know. I don't want one that you've done from the phone.
And you know what?
Like emoji ball.
Because it's got the actual timestamp on this one, so you can see it. So there you go, and it's there. It's 1 minute and 9 seconds in the Aston Villa Arsenal game on the replay.
I still can't see the ball.
Yes, it's there. It's there. It's really left.
Yeah, it is.
You see it next to
around. Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I see it.
Oh wow, that is interesting. That is. Oh, brilliant.
Wow.
I still don't think that's a ball. I think that's a microphone.
So basically, what Talk looked through all the different freeze frames where they weren't looking at the ball.
Yeah.
And then you took that picture. That's what you did. That was your strategy.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
No, that's the kid in the seat. He's dropped his balloon.
I think so.
He's dropped his balloon.
Well done to Flex Felix, man. When I see him put that number 11, I'm like, how has he got that? Tell me, Flex, how did you get that, bro? Because I'm questioning it. But you know what? Listen, We do like, oh, sorry, Mr. B, I'm playing musical chairs. I'll do it, bro. There you go. Yeah, we do like a bit of fun and games, and I was so close, so close there, but I was buzzing when Stoney was saying the numbers, and then Don P, and then everyone was like, yes, they're nowhere near it. Nice, I like that.
Guys,
That's a good one.
time flew by.
Let's find out where we can find people, Mr. B.
Yeah, where can we? You know what? We're going to start with Mr. Herbert. Where can we find you, big man?
Right, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at my name at Anthony Herbert. You can also find me on SVP TV, Football United TV, and also on the Man United agenda when I'm asked to come on. If you haven't watched it, like or subscribed, make sure you do.
Sell our screen, right? Don P, where can we find you?
Paxton Road TV, also on Insta on Don_P8, and that's it. Cool.
I'm trying to get these, but I'm so shit. Yeah, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to take him off big screen talk.
Yeah, I know. Just make me all big.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm going to
I felt so uncomfortable. I felt so exposed.
Tony, where can we find you?
Can find me. I'm one of the residents on Cop Talk. We are our channels usually on a Thursday at 10. Not on any social media. So if you want to keep up with anything to do with Liverpool and everything to do with football, like, share, and subscribe to Cop Talk on YouTube.
And you'll also find Stoney now going through that last game of Arsenal Villa, looking at what
Yes.
just to make sure that
100%.
Big up, bro. Big up.
Matty, where can we find you, man?
You can normally find me on the takeaway every Friday. Also find me on Twitter at Matthew363803881. Just tweeting all general shit, really.
You know what? Right, can I give you? I want to just say something. I've been wanting to say this like for weeks.
Yeah.
Every time we say, "Where can we find you?" and you say Matty, and then I go, "Yeah, that's cool. That's dead easy." And then you come out with this number.
To this random.
I've already
number.
forgot it. Do you know what I suggest you do? Yeah, go into
Yeah.
your Twitter account and see if you can make it a little bit simpler, because then your people are going to find you, bro.
No, we'll do it as soon as I figure that Twitter.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm not asking where
You don't need to ask me, man.
Because we already know. Guys, it's a late one. We are on again on Sunday. We've got something a little bit special for the watch along. It should be me, Omundi, and Solo in one room, one stream, doing a watch along. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get Amundi's big head with his big long body and my short frame on one screen, but look, we'll try and work it. It might be just Amundi's lower half with my head on. It might be that we'll be able to pull the camera back, but you know, at some stage we will stand up and see the size difference. If you think Chewbacca and C3PO was the dustbin, that's sort of the height difference that you probably will be looking at there. But we will have the reaction show again after that on the Sunday, and then we'll be back again 8:30. So guys, look.
Can I just say one thing, Mr. B?
Yeah, of course you can.
So can I just ask, thank you very much for everybody that's tuning in, but can I just ask you to just smash the like button and subscribe to the United Agenda, please? It's been very, I think it's really good that they've actually reached out to supporters of other clubs. So if you can just smash that like button and subscribe, and thank you very much on Monday in the comments. Yeah, really enjoyed that discussion. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah, big up, guys. Oh, bless you. Look, it's Friday. I know it's been hectic. We've got our fantasy leagues to reset and check. Talk. I am actually reminding you without reminding you.
Nice one, bro.
This is what Gavin said in the chat, in the comments.
What's that say? What's he say? Let's have a look.
Who I look like.
Do you know what? Actually, Don P.
Anthony Joshua got beat up and he's been swearing. I don't think he would be associated with him.
It's because I've been chatting rubbish on the mic. I wish I had half of his bank account though.
Yeah, tell me about it, bro. That'd be nice.
I take a tenth of it, to be honest. You never hear how much he got for his last fight. Don't be greedy, man. That's a problem. That's your problem. Half, no, a tenth.
Mr. B, you didn't give you a score. You didn't give
Oh
your
my
score for the
God,
Arsenal
guys.
Oh yeah, that's
You know
true.
what?
United
Well
game.
reminded. Do you know what? If you are, guys, if you are still in the chat, I'm going 2-1 to United tomorrow. I think you probably will score. I don't think we can continue to be keeping clean sheets. If somebody does score for fantasy league wise, I hope it's Jesus. But I do expect us to outscore you tomorrow. I do expect Anthony to start, just because I feel that he's going to give them something completely new. The team would have been intense in training this week, and the positions that Anthony would be holding, I think Ten Hag has already penciled it in by playing Sancho, starting Sancho on the left in the last game. So I think it's going to be 2-1 tomorrow on Sunday. Score predictions, gentlemen.
Let's do it,
9-9 draw.
2-0 Man U.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Man United.
Yeah, I was going to go 3-1 United.
That's interesting.
What's yours, Matty?
No, they're not going to
2-0.
score 3, actually. No, I think it's going to be what Mr. B said. It's going to be 2-1. But they haven't got a keeper. And they haven't got no defensive midfield as well, Arsenal. But you can't score goals.
It's a hard one.
I tell you
2-1.
straight, Vincent, if we get this score, Sola will not be able to stop me from coming on the stream. Absolutely smashed out of my head. I'll gate crash it. I'll gate crash the reaction, and I'm not even on it.
How's is
Well,
Tyranny
whatever
fit, Anthony?
whatever Vincent's on, I need some. So I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 2-2.
Sorry, Andy, Don P just asked you a question there. What was it? What did you asking, Don P? Sorry.
No, I was just asking Anthony if Tyranny was fit, because I know that he's very rarely fit. Because I know that what's his name is out injured, isn't he? Your left back that you got from City.
Yeah.
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, he's out. Yeah.
But Tyranny is fit though, yeah?
So Tierney's fit. So I think the defence, we haven't got a problem in our defence. It's just Ramsdale's not playing, and basically Partey's out. It's just 2 players short, really. That's all it is with Arsenal. I mean, Ben White has been doing the business at right back because Tommy Yasu's been out injured, but he featured in the last game against Villa. He come on his sub, so you know is all from there. But then again, I think Ben White might be able to do a job in that defensive midfield area.
He's going to be up against Sancho.
Because
He's going to get cooked by Sancho.
yeah.
Well, probably will. Remember, Tomiyasu can play left back as well. So even if Tierney's just come out from injury, and Shevchenko's not there, Tomiyasu can play left back as well. So we'll just see what Arteta does with.
So you reckon that you guys are going to be able to get past Saliba then?
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Van Dijk part 2.
No chance.
This is going to be the beauty of it. Don't worry, Mr. Herbert. I will have you.
Anthony, I've got to ask Anthony. Yeah, you've got a left-footed centre-back, Gabriel, or Martinez. Who you taking? You can have either one to go next to Saliba, because I know you like Martinez.
Yeah, it'd be Martinez for me. I'll pick Martinez,
Even
though he's not that tall.
I like you, Anthony. You know what?
Yeah,
I think
with Martin, he's changed that the back four. I've got to be honest with you. If I was a Man United fan, and I'm sorry to say this, Omundi, but Harry Maguire, he's a bench warmer now. He is. And that Martinez, to be honest with you, he's brilliant. Martinez, we was after him as well, but I mean, it's a joy just to see him to play in the Premier League, you know. And even though he's not that tall, he's only 5 foot. He's not that tall, is he, Martinez? He's only 5'9". So you know, I think you know. He is a good centre back, so I think he gets stuck in. His tackles are well timed as well. He is very aggressive. Yeah.
After that, I think Maguire would do a good job at Spurs with the way they play in the back three. Sitting deep.
Look, guys,
I
It fits perfectly. Romero and Lenglet next to me.
I can see this where this show's going. We are cutting off. I'm getting the YouTube police telling me that we have to shut down the show. Guys, fantastic. Look, we're gonna get all 6 of us on again at some stage. I really enjoyed that. From me, on the agenda. Guys in the chat, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for watching. We're out.
Thanks. Come on, you Spurs.